Hey everybody, and welcome to Ready to Ramble! It is the wrestling show here on Hyper RPG on the YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. And to address the elephant in the room, Iffy is still part of the show. He got a writing gig. We're all happy for him. Yeah. So let him know. He will be back though. So do not be concerned that we left Twitch, went straight to YouTube, and we got rid of Iffy. Did not happen. Did not happen. We need someone to write on those change.org petitions whenever someone's trying to get a wrestler fired for trying to murder somebody. Although no one wrote one for The Miz trying to kill Braun Strowman 2 weeks ago. That did surprise me. Cameron Rice joined as always.
Janelle Santa Cruz.
And you might be noticing we have a third at the table. She has joined us once before, but introduce yourself for the YouTube crowd.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kaori Takei. I'm so glad to be here with these folks.
So, guys, we talked about it last week. We're going to have an announcement. Well, this is the announcement. Kaori will be joining us as the new host.
So, we were just talking about this before. We are all from California.
Yeah.
California.
You have some California hosts, including Iffy, too. When Iffy is still part of the show.
Yes.
Reminder.
So now we have 4 horse people of the
horse people. Horse people, baby.
I want to be Ric Flair, but I'm probably Arn Anderson. That's being very real about this.
If he's kind of Ric Flair.
Yeah,
if he's kind of Ric Flair.
If he's Ric Flair, he's in and out of the Horsemen. He comes back, it's a big deal.
I have a lot to learn about this panel.
Yeah. But no, we're really excited. You know some wrestling knowledge. You used to host some after shows back in the day, so we're really excited.
I'm excited. We're gonna have more New Japan coverage because if you watch a lot of New Japan, which I need to catch up on. So
I definitely need to catch up on. New
Japan
Japan
same.
too.
Like right now, we're kind of in an off period anyway for New Japan. There's nothing big happening except for one thing that we do need to show that was very important whenever we get a chance.
Oh yeah. No. So we are gonna. The show's gonna be a little bit more segmented, which is good. And also to let everyone know too, not this week, but next week. We're going to be doing a little Q&A, so jump in the Discord and ask some of those Q&As, and we'll do a segment for that, because that's the one thing about not being live anymore is we don't have that immediate interaction when you guys are asking questions. So ask us questions, hit us up, whether it be on Twitter or on the Discord. Discord's probably the best place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then we can find it very, very quickly. And if you have any questions for our new hosts, anything wrestling related, things of that nature, make sure to do that. But yeah, so we are going to be doing some segments, and speaking of, we are definitely going to be talking about some of the interesting Halloweenies that happened in the wrestling world. And also, Total Bellas had their finale last week. I'm all caught up.
Okay, I still have like 5 episodes to go on it, but I will get there. We will get there.
You'll storm through it.
Kaori, have you been watching that? No?
I have not.
Okay, all right.
I have not.
Well,
but now I kind of want to. I watched Total Bellas and Total Divas in the past, but Total Bellas, I'm like, oh my gosh, so much reality TV.
It's awesome.
I know, but Total Divas is back tonight as well, so we'll be talking about that because we did notice Nia Jax was back on Raw 2 nights ago, and she's on Total Bellas, and Total Bellas comes back tonight.
Total Divas.
Yeah, what a coincidence! Yeah. What a coincidence! But yeah, so in the wrestling world, it's more Survivor Series stuff leading up. So this was something that happened last week after we recorded, and so I'm going to start us off. Well, actually, no, my bad. You know what we should actually start off with is the 3 departures, the 3 people that got let go from WWE.
We should start with that.
Of course. So 2 of them were, I hate to say not very surprising, was Darren Young and Summer Rae, who have not been on TV for a while. It's a shame about Darren Young. There aren't too many, at least in WWE, which is the biggest brand out there for wrestling, wrestlers. I believe someone on NXT is a out lesbian, I believe I've read. But that was out of people saying like, oh, it's too bad that there's no more gay wrestlers who are like out proud and gay on WWE, and some people said no, there's actually someone in NXT right now, which is great.
Good, yeah.
But yeah, Darren Young, which is too bad. I felt like once he left Titus and that tag team didn't exist anymore, they couldn't find anything for him.
They couldn't. Yeah, he was just sort of floating around. Someone did mention that we now officially have a winner of that weird NXT season when they were competing, which is Titus O'Neil now, because now everybody has officially, or he's outlasted everybody officially. So Titus, congratulations.
You've done it. The Titus brand. It's a real thing.
They kind of found something for you to do.
Yeah,
kind of.
Congratulations. Summer Rae, which also I guess wasn't terribly surprising.
She was getting that paycheck for a while.
Yeah.
Was she going to house shows though?
Yeah, I think she was still doing house shows.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what brand she was on at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, on her Instagram, it just looked like she was in LA the whole entire time.
Oh, so maybe she wasn't.
I don't know what's happening here.
If you follow Summer Rae on Instagram,
she's hot. So
yeah,
gotta follow her.
Yeah, you gotta. But yeah, it mostly looked like she was doing, like living in LA. Almost everything was like at different LA gyms or magazine shoots. So I think there was a while there where I think people thought she might have already been gone.
Yeah, okay.
And she was pretty quick to put out a Twitter and Instagram post being like, not gonna look behind. It's all about going forward. So I don't know if it was a surprise to her.
I wonder if she will be one to seek out indie opportunities or if she's just gonna do the model thing.
Which is, I mean,
that's fine too.
All credit to her. But the biggest surprise, I think, for everybody, and the biggest bummer, I think, for everybody was Emma.
Yeah.
It really seemed like Emma was getting a bit of a push with the Asuka stuff. It kind of puts the Asuka matches in a new light, I guess, to some extent, that maybe they knew they were going to let her go, so they wanted to give her 2 real good showings.
Yeah.
Before that, there's also rumors that that might have been whoever was booking her matches to try and get the head of office to see she was good and not let her go. That's a rumor right now.
And did you see what Leo Rush wrote to Emma? Leo Rush.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, so Leo Rush goes online and said, I guess Emma really wasn't ready for Asuka, which he got a lot of heat for this. A lot of people, a lot of heat.
Sounds stingy.
Leo Rush just recently signed to NXT, so he is actually in a deep doo-doo with the locker room because people are pissed off about it. So yeah, I guess there are things that these are the things that happen when you're truly not ready for Asuka.
Yeah, and so a lot of people wrote, and then he had to write out an apology because a lot of people in WWE were shitting all over him on Twitter. A lot of NXT people were like, "You just got here, new kid. Who the hell are you?" Blah blah blah. So then he put out this big public apology. At the end of the day, there's a certain level of respect within professional wrestling in the sports and entertainment industry that is noted within peers. With that being said, Emma, I respect you and everything that you've done for our business. It saddens me that the controversial tweet, he put in quotes, got completely blown out of proportion and looked at in a very intensive way. As a family man with a four-year of son...
Okay.
And expecting another, I never laugh or mock the fact that someone losing their job because of how it can be affect person and their families.
Oh dear,
My
he's
God.
wrong there.
Yeah, whatever the situation may be regarding the release, you're an amazing performer and respected athlete by yours truly, and I'm sure you will excel beyond expectation. To my fans who may have seen this as an inappropriate, as well as Emma's fans, I apologize and I love you, all regardless of the responses. On behalf of myself and the WWE, good luck. And so a lot of people.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt notably, he said, "You ain't gonna make it with the Wolves, kid," which is the most frightening thing Bray Wyatt has ever said. Ever.
Peyton Royce, wow, kid, didn't you just get here? There was a Tessa Blanchard who's
just a little too cocky.
Tacky.
Asking
tacky.
Yeah, so a lot of people came out and were like, "Fuck you," and then his apology, a lot of people were also like, "Fuck you" even further. So I don't know how well he's going to be doing in NXT moving forward. There might be a 4th release.
Yeah.
I mean, I am disappointed that she got released, but I'm not that surprised.
No, I'm not that surprised.
No, I'm not either.
I'm wondering if that bodes well for Zack Ryder, who is Emma's other half.
No, they're not together anymore.
No.
I didn't know that.
They haven't been together
He's
for
totally
a
like
while
floating
now.
around on Instagram. Yes, I love Instagram with another chica. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. You heard it here.
Who I think is a TNA wrestler.
Yeah, she's or something. She's definitely a sports athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
But yeah, so a bummer. I think like if you've never seen the Emma Page match from the very first NXT pay-per-view when the NXT went to the network, do so. Emma was actually very talented. I feel very fortunate that I got to see her at the most recent pay-per-view I went to, whose name I forgot. No Mercy. Because she was great. They gave her a lot of offense, so it was great to see her not just get squashed.
Yeah.
But it's too bad, but I'm sure she's somebody who she clearly has a love for the business.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me to see her popping up in the Indies or a New Japan or something like that, because she does have the talent.
Absolutely, yeah, she really does.
So, Yeah, so that was big, and I think again, like what
as long as it's not Emelina.
Yeah, true.
That was such a waste.
That was weird.
Oh.
Well, that's the saddest thing too is like someone who is a very talented performer. Like she did. We were talking about Instagram with Summer Rae and stuff. Like Emma was clearly somebody who started to kind of do the workout model thing, and so but was also a very talented wrestler performer in the ring prior to that. And so I think like if people have only discovered Emma in the last 2 years with like the not great storylines they follow on Instagram, they might mistake her for a Summer Rae
I think
type.
they were trying to go for like a kind of Eva Marie like
yeah. So I would say definitely go check out her NXT work. She was great. So hopefully we'll see her popping up in the near future.
I think we will.
Yeah. I think we will too. And if it's WWE, they'll then bring them back like 3 years from now.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Yeah, having this big new
and she'll be the old lady on the roster.
God.
That's so crazy.
Right?
I'm glad Mickie James did address that.
Yeah.
But so moving on to SmackDown, Raw, Survivor Series stuff. The wrestlers are now taking to Twitter to do to light each other up to do these promos. The best one, hands down, was The Miz. Which this was him responding to Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin had a fine one, but this was the best one.
Baron Corbin, I just got your message. I've been really busy this week, but I gotta say, it's the best promo I've ever seen you cut. It's amazing because when I cut my best promos, it's in front of thousands in attendance and millions watching at home on a big camera in a WWE ring, while your best promo is on an iPhone on social media. So listen up, Twitter tough guy. This isn't about Raw and SmackDown supremacy for me. This is about making the Intercontinental Championship the most prestigious and honorable title in all the WWE. I bust my ass day in and day out to make that title relevant, while the United States Championship is working overtime to make its holder relevant. See, I've heard all about you in the WWE ring, how talented you are, but to me, you're just another generic big man who will be gone in 2 years while I'm carrying this show for the next 10. And if you ever talk about my pregnant wife again, I'll knock your teeth down your throat.
I like that Kevin Owens goes, ooh, Mike said the F word.
I love The Miz. The Miz is the best.
He's the best.
This is so good. And I love that he's going to be going into the Survivor Series against Corbin as the very clear face.
Yeah. I think they might actually I feel like Baron's going to lose it before then because I feel like it's two heels going on. But I mean, like you said, that was kind of a face turn anyway. I mean, he's defending his family.
Well, I think you can't ignore the fact that it's like, despite the fact that on Raw, Miz is supposed to be this heel, the fans love him. Like at this point, like everything he does, the fans are way into. They really pop for him. I think that now he seems to be in a place where either if they're still scripting his stuff, he delivers it very well. But it does feel like he's now one of those guys, because he's been in it for 10 years and is good on the mic, that they are kind of like, just go.
Like, here's some
your beats.
Little notes and
where Kevin Owens is too.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is splendid on the mic, man.
This was great. I think, and this is some of the most entertaining stuff, because again, like this was like Raw. So some of the big stuff on Raw, Stephanie McMahon came back.
Yep. A lot of comebackers.
A lot of comebackers. I never know. I like Stephanie McMahon. I like that character to some extent, but it can also be kind of a frustrating character because.
But she's supposed to be frustrating.
Oh no, she is. But I think the frustration comes in that there's never a comeuppance. Like she's supposed to be like the heel
only
boss
one that never gets comeuppance
ever.
I see.
The only time she gets a comeuppance, I guess, is WrestleMania when she gets either accidentally speared or put through a table, and then disappears for like months.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the only way she gets her comeuppance now. So it's like Mick Foley, and it's also the exact same storyline. And this is something WWE's been doing a lot lately. It's almost beat for beat the exact same storyline. It's exactly what she did to Mick Foley at last year's Survivor Series, where Raw better win. If it doesn't win, you're an embarrassment. You embarrass my father, and you're fired. Yeah. And it's like it's beat for beat the exact same thing. But then like Mick Foley and Kurt Angle just kind of have to sit there and take it.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing because it is that degree where it's like, well, this heel boss character never gets their comeuppance, or at least never gets their comeuppance from the characters they're berating. Like,
They would have to group up, I think, though.
Yeah.
You know, as a posse to come up against any big man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those, and it's also, I think the thing is like the few times she has feuded with women where it was Brie Bella, she won the match.
Yeah, that was strange.
So it's those weird things where it's like Stephanie has like to feud with the men, and obviously I'm not saying the men need to like powerbomb her through a table. It's not the Attitude Era anymore, but there is a degree where it's like I think Kurt Angle could have stood up for himself as opposed to just being like berated as he sits there quietly like a wounded dog.
That's what they always have to do. Yeah. It's the same shit.
And it's like they haven't figured out how to make it a back and forth between, and that's why it's like I love Stephanie. The Stephanie McMahon character is frustrating to me to a degree because it's like it's not a back and forth. It's just like this character is going to monologue, repeat the stuff they've said over the last 2 years to whoever's in charge.
Make you whimper, in the corner,
and then whatever she says,
and then walk away.
Is, right?
But it was also, I mean, because she wasn't on camera too much this time. But that was the other frustrating thing about Stephanie was like she was mean to Mick Foley, and then would be like, "It's the women's revolution" to get pops, and it was always you're like, "Are you a face or a heel?
Yeah.
You can't be. What are you doing?" But the other big thing on Raw was Daniel Bryan was on Raw.
Yeah, we got another return too. We got Samoa Joe.
Oh no, I'm aware.
Oh, okay. Cameron's going through his list, his mental list.
My mental list. Because I think that was the biggest thing that happened on Raw was Daniel Bryan.
Oh.
Not just, I mean, Samoa Joe's huge. I love Samoa Joe. But Daniel Bryan, but it wasn't just that Daniel Bryan was on Raw. It was also seemingly that he got attacked.
Right.
By Kane. And they have always...
History.
Well, there's the history, which is great. But they've also tried to make it very clear that, like, Daniel can't wrestle. Daniel can't do anything. That's why him and The Miz, despite doing all this great stuff on Tonky Smack, never had a physical confrontation, all this other stuff. And then Raw ended with Daniel Bryan being carted away. So it makes you kind of go like, are they going to put him back in the ring?
Yeah.
Is he being cleared? Is he going to do it? Like,
I would be shocked.
No, they're just using him, I think, as just a plot device to have SmackDown be like, all right, we need to get Raw now for Daniel Bryan. You know.
Yeah. Because worth noting, Raw has so far still not invaded SmackDown.
I just still keep thinking about that meme of just like Squidward looking through the blinds at SpongeBob, and it was like Daniel Bryan watching Kurt Angle wrestle, just like.
But yeah, it was interesting, and the way that Kane is being booked right now is fascinating because obviously they're doing it to build him up for Braun Strowman, but Kane has now defeated Finn Balor twice. And Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins was in a schmozzy way, but he's now taking out all the people who you want to be Kane in 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm like shaking my head because when he first beat Finn, I thought, how did this just happen? Why are they putting Kane over right now?
And now they've done it 2 weeks in a row. They're doing it because they want Braun to have like seemingly an interesting...
monster to beat. But with Kane?
Well, I don't know who else you would have it be because Brock. It can't be Brock again. They just did it.
Yeah, and Braun just beat up. He just took the torch from Big Show now, so they're just trying to like fully like build up Kane so that Kane looks strong, and then Kane's gonna pass it over to Braun again. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and Braun came back after 2 weeks of being murdered in a trash compactor.
That was the funniest moment.
Okay, Cameron has a Shelton Benjamin gif like right in front of me that is the most distracting thing in the world.
Let's show this. This was on SmackDown. Shelton Benjamin recreating that gif. The gif he's recreating.
Oh, the gif. Okay.
I'll find it. Yeah, Shelton Benjamin recreated this. Beautifully so, by the way.
Yeah, he did pretty good. It's pretty good.
With the Usos and Gable. Yeah, that was the next story. That was the next thing I had up. That's the only reason. So my bad.
It's okay. I just like looked at it. I saw it at least 100 times.
I know.
She's like, wait, I need to figure out what's happening right here.
But yeah, the build-up of Kane is fascinating to me because it is like, but it also shows the problem with the WWE kind of after the Attitude Era that outside of like Cena and Orton, they really didn't build up anybody, which is why they have to keep bringing back people from the 90s.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it a little bit now where it's like, I think that's why Braun is such a big deal is like they really, except for Braun, haven't, and people talk about the 50-50 booking where it's like everyone's going to win or lose the same matches. That's why it's like no one can really take Bray seriously as a monster because he loses constantly. Finn's great, but now we only can buy it when the demon comes out and all this other stuff. It's like the 50-50 booking, so there's no longer these characters that are like, this is this dominant, crazy personality that's going to destroy everybody when they come back because they haven't booked anybody that way except Cena in the early 2000s. And
well,
so,
they tried to make Reigns that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who's still out,
He's
still
sick.
But
still
we're not
crazy
receptive
sick.
on. Is he
Got the
still
mump.
sick?
Still out, yeah.
It has to be something serious.
I guess
Well-
his is the mumps.
Ooh.
Well, if he is still sick, I think they're holding him off till Survivor Series at this point.
So it's just a big pop of a return.
I think so. I think they're going to do that. I'm sure they're going to have him come out in the Shield gear because the other Rollins and Ambrose are still doing Shield stuff. So I think they're going to keep that Shield thing going. So yeah, it's fascinating. I don't know if a Braun Kane match is something everyone's dying to see.
Nope, not
yeah, not really. But whatever. I mean, Kane's a veteran. Good for him. Make that money. But at the same time,
why do they always want to set up a big guy with another big guy? That's the thing.
because that's Vince McMahon's thing. Vince McMahon's thing. Like
Yeah.
WWE was always known in 80s all the way up as the land of the giants. CM Punk even talked about it back in the day when like he was going there for the first time. Cole Cabana talked about that, like Punk put on like 50 pounds and was like the biggest. If you watch like CM Punk's debut, it's the biggest you'll ever see him. Not like fat, but like like stocky, bulky. Like because New York, it's the land of the giants. That's what everyone used to call WWE because of mainly WrestleMania 3 and like the biggest attendance record where it was giant versus giant, Hogan, Andre, and there's still that mentality, and especially that I think people still felt that was true in the 2000s when Cena and Orton were coming up because there were all those wrestlers that McMahon kept bringing in that were essentially bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And Lex Luger famously was a guy Vince McMahon tried to push real hard.
That's part of the reason why he separated Enzo and Big Cass because he wants.
Yeah, he didn't buy it.
Wants Cass. He wanted Cass to be his own.
He loves the big guys.
Yeah.
You can tell.
He loves the big guys.
Comes in, like push him.
Yeah,
push
cruiserweights have never been his thing. He kind of has openly talked about this. That he, I mean, he used to. A lot of people don't remember this. In the '80s, he started a bodybuilding federation.
I see. I did not know that.
Yeah, what was it called?
Cue that Vince gif where he sees a bodybuilder and is just like,
Well, on the flip side, like while you're cueing that, like the women of wrestling have changed a lot too. They went from supermodels to actual athletes. So I think there's a chance that he might change some of his ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, World Bodybuilding Federation from 1990 to 1993. This is actually where he found Lex Luger. Lex Luger was from this.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It lasted 3 years. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's longer than the XFL?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Vince McMahon has always had a thing for bodybuilding. I mean, always.
Well, have you seen him now? He's like ridiculous.
That's still he's
this is Vince McMahon now. This is a 70-something-year-old man.
Like, what is happening?
My God. Yeah, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Oh my Lanta.
I don't like it.
I mean, if I'm 70 and I have those muscles, I'd be.
Well, it's like the guy on the beach who's like got a big beard and like is ripped, and you're like, "What is your life story? What happened to you?"
He's like, "I own WWE's.
I'm the king of the big men." So yeah, but that's why we're gonna get Kane versus Braun. That's why he loves Brock Lesnar. That's why all those things. Yeah, I mean, Punk, Daniel Bryan was a B+ player in his eyes. All these kinds of things where it's like, well, yeah, you can do jumpy stuff, but you're not big.
Finn, Sammy. That's why I'm just so fascinated by the fact that, like, I mean, because Kevin Owens is my favorite, but just that he has such pull in the company and they believe so much in him. Because,
well, in a big bad way, that's Triple H. I think, like, for whatever reason. I think Triple H seems to be a very smart guy, despite the internet's understandable problems with Triple H. I think with NXT and a lot of other things, Triple H has shown to have a really good mind when it comes to wrestling. He probably doesn't need to compete anymore. That seems to be his one block that he thinks he still needs to, that he's a big attraction. God love you, Triple H. I don't know why you need to be in every WrestleMania. But, and actually there's a kind of a cool story is I guess Triple H took his salary that he was getting for performing it. Kevin Owens had to go home for personal reasons. I still don't think those have been revealed, which is totally fine. So he left the Chile tour that they were doing. Triple H went in and took over, sub for him. I guess I'd read a story that the money Triple H got, he then gave to Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah. He said he needed to come home to take care of his family. That was and he clarified to everybody that it's not because he's sick, whatever. But that's awesome.
My point being with Kevin Owens and Triple H, I think it's like
he protects him.
Protects him, and it wouldn't surprise me if maybe that's the one thing Triple H fights Vince on.
I think so too. I think that he's the only one, and he knows that he's going to lose all the other battles, so he just probably only fights for Kevin. And
yeah, you got to pick your battles.
Anyone else? Just Kevin?
I think maybe he makes an argument. Like we read rumors a couple months ago that Triple H is very frustrated with the way a lot of NXT stars have been treated once they leave NXT. Nakamura, most recently. But I think like he knows at the end of the day, all the calls are Vince's. And then I think Triple H seemingly seems to be Kevin's the guy he's going to back.
Right.
And I think maybe because there is a degree where Kevin could be a Stone Cold. Kevin could be that guy who it's like, let me push this guy to the moon and watch what he can do. He's got all the skill set. And there's other people who have like great skill sets, but I think like with Vince McMahon, I think you probably have to pick your battles.
Yeah.
And if his battle
Seems
that he's
like
constantly picking is Kevin Owens, it's a smart battle to pick.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so let's go to Samoa Joe. You're right. Samoa Joe came back. It was great. I love Samoa Joe.
Yes.
The commentary pushed him as well, which is really good.
Yeah.
I'm praying to God we are not going to get Samoa Joe versus the Titus brand.
Yeah, because he beat Apollo Crews.
He beat Apollo Crews and then beat up Titus O'Neil.
Right.
And so I'm hoping they're not setting up like a 3 or 4 week feud where he's now the Drifter, where the Drifter
They can't do that to us.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
please.
I mean, they can, and they might, but I just hope they don't because
I hope they don't.
It's Samoa Joe.
But they let him have the mic, and the commentary pushed him real hard, which makes me think, like, okay, backstage, they know Samoa Joe's a big deal. Like, if they gave him the, like, if he'd just come out, dominated Apollo, and then left, and then, like, the commentary was just like, well, it looks like Samoa Joe's back, and that's it, I'd be like, oh, no.
Yeah, he came out and had a promo and just crapped on the audience, just showing everybody that he's heel. Yeah, so that was good.
So real happy to see Samoa Joe's back. And so they started to put together the teams, the Survivor Series teams.
Yeah.
So Kurt Angle is going to wrestle. We were right about that. Kurt Angle will be in the match.
He's the captain.
He's the captain.
He's the captain now.
Yeah, I'm the captain now. Along with Braun Strowman, will be in there. I think Roman Reigns is a heavy rumor right now.
Right.
If he returns, I guess.
If he returns,
he should be fine by then.
I think so. Samoa Joe, I would assume, because he doesn't have a match. It wouldn't shock me if he's in there as well. But we're seeing qualifying matches. That was the big thing on SmackDown. SmackDown was all qualifying matches for the most part. So Shane is going to be leading the SmackDown brand. So you are going to see Shane versus Kurt. We were right about that.
We're going to be seeing that the replays of him putting
Shane through the glass.
Shane through the glass over and over again. Yeah.
Concussing him. But that's sort of the problem with the Stephanie McMahon stuff is like Kurt is going to then cut these promos about how he beat up Shane McMahon back in the day and he's going to do it again and really go hard. And then Stephanie McMahon comes and yells in his face and he's quiet.
Yeah.
And there's just like that degree of like,
why are you afraid of her?
Character consistency thing. So SmackDown, Randy Orton is going to be on the team, which is like, okay.
I'm so bored with Randy Orton.
I think Randy Orton's bored with Randy Orton.
He does seem a little checked out when he wrestles.
Well, I've heard rumor, unsubstantiated, that he had not long ago told Vince he wanted to retire.
Really?
And McMahon told him he couldn't.
What? How could you tell someone you can't do something though?
Yeah.
I don't know. You
got to do what you got to do.
I have no idea.
He's got like a good.
But something
8
about
years.
the name recognition and all these other things, and because Cena's kind of slowly going.
So he's like, I need you for a few more years.
I need that one guy.
Oh, Cena is WWE for life, though. He's always.
Oh, he'll always be there.
that horn.
He'll always be there.
Yeah.
But they need a guy who's going to be like, week to week, I'm here all the time, and am an old veteran.
They got Kane.
Unless he wins that mayoral seat.
Oh, that's true. Glenn
they
Jacobs.
don't.
He's running for mayor.
Yeah. Oh, let's.
Glenn Jacobs, the libertarian mayor
on this table. Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty smart. He's got a combo of. He likes to say he's a combo of both sides of both parties.
He's a hardcore libertarian.
He's a hardcore libertarian, but that's why he's saying that libertarianism is sort of a happy medium.
See, this
but that's
makes
his whole
sense.
argument.
This is why they're pushing.
Look at him. There he is. Look at that.
Yes.
That's a huge mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think a lot of people were saying he was gone for as long as he was that he was running, but also trying to distance himself from WWE to some extent. So that's why it actually kind of surprised people he came back.
Yeah.
Is because now he's gonna have to like go do these like speeches.
Oh,
and
I think he's about to finish though. I'm pretty sure he's finishing.
November is usually election time.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I think he's about to be done with WWE, just the same as Big Show, and we're gonna get the thank you Kane thing. I think he's passing the torch, and that's why they're pushing him because he's about to give Braun his
you're the new monster.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I'm done. So and I think he's officially done, which he should be because he deserves it. He's worked hard for years for the company, and he deserves to move on with the next chapter of his life.
Yeah, so it totally makes sense. So SmackDown is going to be Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Shinsuke beat Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn tried to get involved. More great Sami stuff.
I love Sami.
Heel ass Sami.
Sami also threw part of the announce table and hit someone in the face.
Sami is a pretty good heel. I love it.
I have always
thought he comes out dancing like I don't give a shit.
I've always thought he would be the ultimate perfect face, but he's a great heel too.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's check this out. Sami Zayn hitting a fan in the face with a table. It's not a car door. It's not a car door like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Oh no.
What is?
Right on the nose.
You know that guy's happy.
He's happy.
Like,
Sami hit him with the table.
That's some PWG story.
Yeah. Oh, he's so stoked, but he's also like, my nose.
He's like, I got hit.
It's like
by Sami
it's
Zayn.
not that heavy though.
He's also in a Bella hat. Even though none of the two Bellas are not on currently.
He just likes his red hat.
He just likes his red hat. He's a part of that Bella army. I know there's one more, but the other qualifying match next week will be Rusev versus Rhodes, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode, yeah.
Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler had a first to three, or two out of three falls. Bobby Roode won. Oh man, Ziggler.
Yeah, I keep thinking Ziggler's King Squash now.
I know. It's so bad. And then next week there's gonna be a match between Rusev and it went out of my head. AJ, Rusev and AJ to qualify to see who's going to be the final slot for SmackDown. I'll say I'm surprised by some of them already, so it might be Rusev.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm looking for hope that Charlotte somehow beats Natalya before Survivor Series.
To me, that would be like a big moment for Carmella to cash in too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's something that's also was kind of weird was then the women's match last night. Natalya was complaining that she's not the captain for the women's team, but she's got a match with Alexa Bliss.
She has like the most important match for women's division.
You weren't going to be in.
You don't have time to be.
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Come on, lady.
And it's like heel versus heel.
Yeah.
So I would love Charlotte to just.
I liked her cat ears, by the way. She had little cat ears. She's the only person that I like cat ears on because she's the one true cat lady.
She's a real
Natalya. She's the one true cat lady.
It's kind of freakishly cat lady though.
Yeah. Where she has her army of cats at her house.
I do love Carmella, but the constant James Ellsworth dog stuff is getting a bit.
I want her to cash in already.
I wasn't comfortable, but last night was really weird.
It's cringe. It was just like
he's now like in a physical dog suit, and she sprays him with water. I don't understand it at all.
And if it was in reverse, women would riot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think it's
true.
kind of
Nobody
come
should
to
be
a
true.
point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just makes me uncomfortable watching it. So please stop, especially if you're going to give her the belt. Don't do this anymore.
Knock it off. Because I get it. Like it was like Halloween, and you're doing that, whatever. But no more.
Do you guys have any like ideas why Alicia is suddenly getting her push?
I don't know.
I'm so curious about
she's on
that.
10 years. They've made a big deal about how long she's been around, so maybe she's nearing
you
the
think she's
end.
Maybe.
So they want to give them that big final push. I like Alicia Fox. Me and Iffy had talked about that. Why haven't they ever given her a proper? Literally, like 3 weeks ago, we were talking about like they never gave her a proper push because she's more comedic, even though she does have skill and blah blah blah. So the fact that like
her Northern Lights suplexes.
Oh yeah, well now that the last 2 weeks they've given her this push,
she's gotten a lot better from her beginnings.
Too. Oh my god, in a big bad way. But yeah, I've kind of really enjoyed the last 2 weeks. Nia is going to be on the women's team because she beat Bayley. At this point, do we just write the book on Bayley and kind of go, man, you were amazing?
She has the curse of the NXT.
Yeah.
Got that NXT curse.
Raw.
My God.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you screwed that up. Like, that's
Because they made her seem like a literal little girl, which
God.
was the
too
dumbest
much.
thing.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's not what Bailey was. No. Yeah.
God, it's so-
Teasing her for never kissing a boy is like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know who her writer was, and we do have friends who have written for WWE, so I'd love to be able to talk to them and kind of go, hey, what happened?
What happened to Bailey?
Hey, just curious.
Yeah. Well, Paige is coming back soon, right?
Oh yeah,
Supposedly. I feel like those rumors got like hot for a minute, and then we haven't heard anything
I know.
for like a month and a half. So I'm
Is
like,
she?
I don't
Anything?
know.
Have we heard anything from about her and Del Rio lately? No.
I don't know.
All right, so they've done a good job of keeping to themselves.
Those
That's
people
good.
are crazy. As
There's
a
always
couple.
some shit coming out about
Always.
still together. As
They
far
should
as I
have
know.
like a total Del Rio show.
them. Yeah.
I
Oh my
would
god.
watch that
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be
It'd be
pretty good.
frightening.
I check that out.
Angry
All right,
man.
I want people to see this Kenny Omega.
Oh,
yes,
I need.
yes,
okay,
yes.
So that was Raw. That was
that was
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Those are the big things. So guys, on to the etc.
Yeah.
The funny stuff we find, the other things going on in the world of wrestling.
I like that you do this, by the way.
Oh, the
Like all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
the etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was pointed out. Janelle brought this up to us, and this is so good. Didn't even know this happened. This is Halloween, New Japan Halloween.
Last year we got Ghostbusters from Bullet Club. This year we got something even more special.
Y'all check this out.
最初に今日はハロウィンのコスプレでしょうか。これはどうやらアラジンだ。今日はアラジンスタイルでの登場。お、魔法のランプをこすってます。何が出てくるんでしょうかね。さあ、ジーニーが出てくるのかな。登場し
Marty Scurll
ま
the
す。
lad.
ジーニー
Chase
が
Owens
来た
is Genie.
なんとバレットクラブしっかりとハロウィン仕様での
Summon that princess, baby.
入場となります。こんなディズニープリンセスはいましたっけ。
So hot.
とんでもない上腕二頭筋と
Yes.
I gotta give him props for that.
Hell yeah.
オメガいい男ですからやっぱりどうしてもいいですね。彫りが深いというところでしょうか。そういう趣味の方はたまらないでしょうね。
So
バレット
funny.
クラブ
Yes.
今日は
And
ハロウィ
yes,
ン
they
仕
wrestled
様
like that.
They wrestled like
They
that.
wrestled like that. He ended up taking his top off. but
That's
yeah.
amazing, y'all. I mean, really, you gotta think about this. In the landscape of wrestling, Kenny Omega is ranked number 1 or 2, depending if Okada's in the conversation.
Yeah.
In the world, and he put on eyelash extensions and came out as Princess Jasmine. Good for him.
Hell yeah,
That's
man.
amazing. That
This
is
guy's
so
dope.
great.
See, this is an argument against WWE and everything else. Like Bullet
Yeah.
Club gets to do whatever they want, and they're having the most fun. They look like they're having the most fun,
Oh,
you know,
man.
and they're doing their best work of their career. And I think it's awesome that like New Japan exists, you know, or places like that in general, like Ring of Honor, whatever. Creative freedom is awesome.
Yeah, because WWE got to do some Halloween stuff. The New Day dressed up as old wrestlers, which was great. But then you got James Ellsworth as a dog.
Do you want James Ellsworth as a dog or Kenny Omega as Princess Jasmine?
I want Kenny Omega as Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine.
That's my favorite. Speaking of the club, Young Bucks are going to be doing the Rock and Wrestling Rager, which is Chris Jericho's cruise, wrestling cruise. If we want to look at
cool.
this photo, this is amazing.
I didn't even know that there was a
I didn't know that.
wrestling
I didn't know that he
cruise.
had one of those. So Ring of Honor. So they're using Ring of Honor. Okay, a deal through ROH. It
That
seems
is
like.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So here, let's look at the Jericho Cruise.
Jericho
Instagram account.
Cruise, the cruise of Jericho.
How much is this cruise?
I don't know.
I know.
That's
I know,
so-
I'm like,
Corey's like, I want to go. I want to go. Andy would love to go.
Oh my gosh.
this is amazing.
Shoot.
I wish they sold Jericho's scarf, by the way.
Oh,
as
yeah.
merch. That would have made money.
Is that not sellable? Is that
Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea, sailing from Miami to the Bahamas, October 2018.
The Master of Ceremonies, me, Chris Jericho. The Sea of Honor tournament presented by Ring of Honor.
Sea of
Hosted by
Honor.
Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler. Special
Oh,
guests,
wow.
Oh, wow.
Diamond Dallas Page, Nick
DDP.
Foley. Musical guests, Fozzy, Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, and King.
Visit ChrisJerichoCruise.com. Wrestling, music,
I wanna go on
comedy,
this
and more,
cruise.
all on the open ocean. ChrisJerichoCruise.com.
Well, it happens.
was cheese.
That is awesome.
All right, next year I'm going.
Yeah,
oh my
man.
gosh.
Going next
We
year.
have to go.
That's
too dope.
amazing.
That's too dope.
Other side thing, prior to the show, BK found this is Macho Man Randy Savage from the point of view of if you're getting elbow dropped by the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Looks so scary and cool at the same time. Oh, so good.
So good. Oh my God. On top of that, Princess Jasmine. So good.
Circle back to we started the show off with Miz. Let's
Well, okay. I think we should end with Miz.
We should
end with Miz.
Okay.
But before we do that, WWE Glasgow is selling a Nakamura mask, according to this.
This can't be real.
That is no Nakamura mask.
Yeah, as you pointed out, Nakamura
somebody
doesn't have a
typed
mask.
that up and somebody else printed it out.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I wanna say this isn't racist. I want to say this wasn't a Japanese to Japanese stupid mistake. I want to hope that didn't.
It's a lot of mistakes here. A lot.
That is so silly.
I want to hope that this wasn't a
and somebody else hung it up.
Ignorant racism mistake. But my God,
it must have been like a joke.
No, I think it was just somebody was just told to put it up, and they had nothing to do with wrestling and don't know what the hell they're doing. Somebody else typed it up and printed it out and handed it off and said, "This is a Nakamura mask." That's what
I
gotta be.
Wear a mask.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's just like, oh, Nakamura mask. Like, oh shit, I'm at Asuka. Like, no.
I don't know. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, not great.
Not cool.
Not
cool.
Nakamura.
Yeah, not Nakamura.
Look, new Nakamura. Doesn't end.
But yeah, so we started on Miz. We should end on Miz, as people know, and I'm sure it'll be again tonight. Total Divas comes back. We're gonna talk about it. I'm sorry,
I'm
Iffy.
gonna watch
we're
it.
catching
I'm
up.
sorry, Iffy.
Andy and I will catch up, and then I will have some.
Fresh new cast too.
Yeah, because I do want to talk about Total Bellas as well.
Yep.
I watched like 4 episodes last night, so I'm all good on there.
Dope.
And
we'll get those.
Yeah, So we are gonna watch Total Divas as well. We'll talk about that. So I'm sure some of this will be on there because Miz and Maurice are cast members. But this was a video that was put out. It's very sweet, involving the baby.
This is a gender reveal cake.
Now I want cake.
Pink cake. Mm-hmm. He's having a girl. Yes, they are dressed as Cinderella and Prince Charming. Yeah, there you go. So the it child is a girl. So congratulations to them. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. The Miz has been killing it lately, so all good things to him. And yeah, I think
biggest face in the biz.
Biggest face in the biz. Constantly killing it. Although I would like it if he got a haircut.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I thought you meant iffy, as if you're like,
if you get a haircut.
No.
I was like, so random.
No, I would like if the Miz got a hair. There's let me see if I can find this photo. This was from just this. It's just not. It's not even a photo. It's just.
Oh yeah, with his hair, just like. There you go. Just a thumbnail.
Yeah, just the thumbnail that
Where's
they
it at?
that
Where's
they
it at?
picked.
All right.
Oh, whoops! I went. Really? There it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's starting. The Miz is starting to look a little bit like a like an 80s movie villain.
Like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Like bad era.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Depp when Johnny Depp was playing schlubby characters in movies, like Secret Window. So
The Nick of Time, yeah.
Miz, I love you. You're killing it lately. Do cut, please,
He's
man.
great.
Do cut up the hair just a little bit, man.
A little bit of a trim.
I know you're just a couple inches. That's it, man. You can still do the Macklemore look.
Yeah.
Just get a little long. Getting a little long. That's all I'm saying.
Awesome.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching Ready to Ramble.
Yeah.
Going around the horn. Janelle, where can people find you online?
At Janelle Santa Cruz on all the social media and on twitch.tv. All that stuff.
Kaori.
Hey, you guys can follow me at KAORIOUS on all that social media as well as YouTube with that handle.
Yes, and thank you for coming to the show. Welcome
Yes,
to the show.
I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be so fun and fantastic and phenomenal.
This is going to be great. So everyone hit her up. Welcome her to the Thumper family.
Yeah, she will be. We'll get her on the Discord too and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're going to make sure she's on the Discord. We got to put her on because right now the belt currently, all three of us have
We're gonna
it.
give her a buy for that too. So she, So we every pay-per-view we do a belt on the line for predictions.
Oh, nice.
And we're all tied right now. So we're gonna give you a buy for that. And so everything will be on the line for TLC. The 3 losers will have to do something that the viewers decide.
Of Survivor Series.
Sorry. Yeah, TLC. Yeah, Survivor Series.
TLC was the last one. And if you missed last week's, me, Janelle, and Iffy tied. So all of us currently, we got to take a photo where we're all like pulling on the belts.
Yeah.
We got to do the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns photo. Where they're like, as for me, you can find me on twitter.com/Jurassic Alien, Jurassic Alien everywhere else. As for this place, y'all, I'm writing on that Power Ranger show, so please be watching that Power Ranger show. A lot of you are. I'm hoping you're digging it. And Mondays is Indomitable. And coming up this week, me and Elizabeth and Lucas are going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 2. Many thoughts. So check that out. And y'all, while you're checking that out, go check out some wrestling!